The New England Patriots just got great Drake Maye validation. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. On the daily Patriots content, don't miss out. All you got to do is subscribe, notification bell, and hit the like button. Don't hit it too hard. Don't break the screen. Don't break your computer. Don't break your TV or tablet, whatever the heck it is, because I don't want you emailing me saying I got to pay for it. But you know what I mean. Raiders, week 1 coming up. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Tonight, Cowboys, Eagles. We're going to talk about that at the very end of the episode. Just some odds predictions, just because, you know what? Football's back and it's going to be great. Now, something we really need to jump into today is talking about Drake Maye. We know there's a contingency of people that it's a fine line. You have a lot of people that believe in him, are on the hype train, are loving them some Drake Maye. But then on the flip side, we have a lot of people that are like, nope, Mac Jones 2.0, not great. Not feeling it, not jumping on the bandwagon. Again, I'm here to tell you, Drake Maye, I believe, is the real deal. And I think that Brian Hoyer, the GOAT, if anyone watches this show knows I'm a Michigan State fan. Brian Hoyer, my guy out of Michigan State, Spartan Dog, the backup GOAT of the NFL, or was. Bring him back. Let him be the backup again. Let him start. Who the heck, Drake Maye, who? Get Brian Hoyer back in there. Obviously joking. But anyways, he came in and validated his stance on why he believes Drake Maye is going to do well this year. And we really need to look at it because I think it's very important for Patriots fans and for the NFL in general to see this, because I think this is very important. So we're going to jump in. So he comes in and says, listen, we need to look at who he has in his corner, and that is Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is not AVP. AVP, even Drake Maye said this last year, with AVP, plays were being called in on the headset, and that was it. With Josh McDaniels, Brian Hoyer said is listen, he's giving you advice and getting as much information to you as possible in that headset as you are getting up to the line or whatever you might be doing. So whether it's man, whether it's zone, whether the front line changes, whatever the heck it might be, he is giving you information to help you process what is going on specifically with that play and what changes need to be made or what you should be looking for. This is huge. He did this for Tom Brady. He did this for the GOAT, as I said, Brian Hoyer. He even did it for Mac Jones. So there's a reason he has been successful with quarterbacks. We cannot forget that. So why is it going to be different with Drake Maye? Why would it be? Again, a better offensive line, better wide receivers, a lot of people would say a true number one receiver that has a ton of potential. One of the best, if not the best, offensive coordinators in the NFL right now in Josh McDaniels. Brian Hoyer is pointing it out, is showing you guys, listen, how can we conclude that Drake Maye is going to have a worse year when he has all these pieces in place? It's something I've been saying a ton too, and I think a lot of people have just laughed at me and said, no, there's no way. There's no way. So again, looking at this information, looking at this validation from Brian Hoyer, how can you see it differently? I want to hear people's opinions, especially people who, again, don't necessarily, they're on that contingency, they're on that side where they're not believing in Drake Maye. Again, offensive coordinator, check. Better offensive line, check. I'd even say Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson, weapons in the backfield, check. Receiving core, check. 2 great tight ends, check. Again, there's a lot of things in place that are going to help Drake Maye be successful. Are you believing in it or are you not? Are you on Brian Hoyer's side? You're seeing his validation in this or not? Again, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. I think the Patriots have the potential to surprise a ton of teams. I've said that week in, week out as we've led up to this Raiders game. And one of the biggest sign-ins being, not in free agency, but Coach Josh McDaniels. Again, Brian Hoyer sees it. I see it. The question is, do you guys see it? I think a lot of people are going to be excited, going to be surprised when they see that. So comment below, tell me what you think about what our boy Brian Hoyer said as well. My volume should be fixed. I'm embarrassed to tell you what was going on, but I think it was taking volume from my computer, not from my mic. Again, I'm a high school PE teacher. I'm figuring these things out. We're all right. Next up, unknowns. And things to look for. One of the big things I think people need to be looking for in this week 1 matchup against the Raiders is Ashton Jeanty. And the reason I say that is because how is Ashton Jeanty going to come out? Again, we know Pete Carroll has had great running backs in the past. Case in point, you look at Marshawn Lynch. Pounding the ball, aggressive run style. Ashton Genty, very similar. Geno Smith, man can throw the ball whether you like him or not. He had a successful time for the most part in Seattle. There's a reason they brought him to the Raiders. But my biggest thing is, how is Ashton Genty going to do? In the preseason, he had some ups and downs, but I think that's going to be one of the biggest key factors is, how is this run game going to be for the Raiders? Defensively, I think that Terrell Williams is going to throw a ton at him, especially this interior defensive line. I think it's going to be a struggle for them with Milton Williams, Christian Barmore for that Raiders offensive front, as well Robert Spillane at linebacker. I think it's going to be tough for this Raiders team to move the ball. I truly do. I think in the air it's going to be tough. That's why we really need Gonzo out on the field, because it's going to be hard with the likes of Brock Bowers, who is a great tight end. And so what is that going to look like? Sorry, I got to sneeze and it's coming and I can't hold it. There we go. And so what is that going to look like? What is the biggest thing you are looking for in this game? Again, me, Ashton Genty, the run game, specifically I'm saying from the Raiders side. That is what I'm looking for. What are your thoughts? Would love to hear from you. Last but not least, we got to jump into this, and this is the Cowboys-Eagles game. Right now, this is crazy. Philadelphia Eagles, Cowboys tonight in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is an 8.5 point favorite, which is insane, ladies and gentlemen. The reason that is insane is because that is a wild spread for professional football. Again, I know there's a spread like this for most of the Patriots games. A lot of people are down on the Cowboys this year. Again, they have a new head coach. What the heck's going to be going on with their rushing attack? George Pickens, a lot of people would say, toxic. That Micah Parsons is gone. He said, peace out, trade me. So what is that going to look like? Again, I think the Cowboys lose. I don't think they lose, but I think it's closer than this. I think it's truly closer than this. 47.5 points. Sure, that sounds about right. But then we look at the money line again, minus 433 for the Eagles. That is crazy. That is a lot. Vegas does not hold the Cowboys in a high up on a pedestal. And so what do you think? I know you're going to be watching tonight. It's football. Regardless if you can't stand either of these teams, it's going to be fun to watch. But I think the Cowboys make this game closer. I think a lot of people are going to be taking the Cowboys and the 8.5 points. So what are your thoughts? Would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about the unknowns for the Raiders? What are something that you're going to be watching for this team? As well, what the heck Brian Hoyer said. What are your thoughts? Would love to hear from you guys. Again, you guys rock. Always love hearing from you. Comment below. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully the volume's fixed. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if it is. We'll talk later. Peace.